The question I get asked the most is, can you drive a Tesla in the winter, specifically the Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive, as well as the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive? Now, I've owned both those vehicles, and I have some tips and tricks on how to best get through your winters with both these vehicles. So I've had a Tesla Model 3 for 2 years and a Tesla Model Y for 1 year, so I've driven them both through the winter. I gotta say that you must get winter tires for the rear wheel drives specifically. Now, last year I did go through with the all seasons, the stock all seasons on the Model Y, and it did fine. But this season I'm going to be picking up some brand new winter tires. And I'm going to tell you which brand is best a little bit later in the video. Let's talk about range though, because that is the biggest question that I get, is how is the range with Teslas in the wintertime? Range will come down from the 386 kilometers or so that the Model Y rear-wheel drive is rated for, down to 300 depending on your driving, how cold it is, whether you keep it in a garage and you preheat, pre-climatize the vehicle, which you can do through the app and the settings. So keeping that battery warm before you head out on your drive is going to make a big difference in how the vehicle handles throughout the day. So preheating your vehicle is definitely a must, and keeping it plugged in and charged is also beneficial for when you're preheating the vehicle, in order to use the battery through your house instead of using the battery that's in the vehicle, just to conserve and save more of the battery. Now, it's not the end of the world if you're not plugged in while you're preheating. I've done it plenty of times while my vehicle's been outside, sitting in the snow, using the preheat to heat the vehicle up, melt it all off, and heat up that battery. Preheat the car, go out, don't even have to take the snow off because melted the snow off. Now I do wipe some of the snow off the headlights and the hood, things like that, where the snow doesn't melt with the preheat. Makes it more convenient. Get in, it's warmed up, it's heated up, and heat up that battery so that I can use regen on my drive and put back power into the battery. Now, when your battery is cold, you can't regen, so you want to make sure that you have warmed up your battery as much as possible. Now, there's some days where it won't warm up at all. Another tip for this is, if you heavily rely on regen like myself, go to the settings and click on the setting where you can have the car brake for you when regen's not there, so that it keeps that same amount of regen braking power when you take your foot off the pedal. Now, this can be a negative though when it is slippery, because it can slip the tires a little bit. Traction control will kick in. Sometimes having that setting on is not so good depending on how icy it is or snowy. So you'll want to play around with that depending on the weather and the temperature and how the road conditions are on the day that you're out driving. Now, as far as winter tires go right now, there are some pre-season sales on at Tesloyd.ca or Tesloyd.com. Link in description for that. You can use my code TIC10 for 10% off. Not sure that it's applying to the winter tire packages right now, but you can at least try it and see if it works. Use the link in description below. If you're watching this later on, they may not be on sale, but regardless of that, Michelin X-Ice tires is what I have used on my Tesla Model 3, and it has made a huge difference in terms of the feel, the grip, and overall traction that I've had in the vehicle. So much so that it has actually handled better than the previous Toyota RAV4 that I had, which was an all-wheel drive vehicle. The only downside I would say to the Tesla Model 3 is the height. When the snow was higher, say like 1 foot high, the front bumper is dragging and pushing on the snow. So that was something to be aware of, a little bit of an annoyance, although I could still get around even on those deeper snow days. But the Tesla Model Y with that improved ground clearance has been a game changer in terms of not even having to have winter tires. Last season, I ran with the all seasons, but last year we also didn't have as much snow as the previous winter. So for this winter, I am best preparing myself and getting Michelin X-Ice tires. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Tesloyd, but the deals they have on right now I wanted to make you guys aware of, because it comes with the Michelin X-Ice tire, comes with the rim, the Gemini rim or the induction rim, as well as the TPMS sensors so that you have your tire pressure monitored still in the vehicle. And it comes all balanced and pre-packaged, so they ship it to your door. You can go ahead and install that yourself. Make sure you order some jack pucks as well if you're gonna jack it up on your own. If you're bringing it to a shop, also good to have the jack pucks. But yeah, you can install them yourself. If you have jack pucks, a jack, and a torque wrench, you can install it yourself, or you could bring it to a local shop. It'll probably range between $40 to $80 depending on where you go to get it installed, and you'll be set for the winter. But I wanted to make you guys aware of this deal that I spotted because it's definitely a good one. You can use the link down in the description below to get to those tires, and definitely place your order sooner rather than later because this is an early bird sale where the prices will go back to normal. As well, to best prepare for winter, you're going to want to get all weather floor mats. Now the ones I have in my vehicle are from Tesla, and they are fantastic. They've done great for last winter, and then, well, I've had them in the car pretty much since I got the vehicle. They're easy to clean when you get them dirty. They hold in the water that comes off your boots and your shoes while you're going through the winter grime. So you're definitely going to want to get the all-weather floor mats. For sure you want winter tires, especially if you're in Ontario, Canada like I am, or if you're in Minnesota, or anywhere like that. These tires are available in Canada and the USA from Tesla, so you can pick them up and get a deal from there. So what do you think about the range on a Tesla in the winter? Does it scare you? Does it worry you? I have to say I was a bit worried, but I have done many trips throughout the winter, driven far distances from Toronto area up to Aurelia and back, not having to worry about charging. And my overall experience with the Model Y rear wheel drive and the Model 3 rear wheel drive has been fantastic, both in the winter and the summer. So it's definitely a great vehicle for that. Now, if you have the dual motor, you're gonna have a little bit more range, and you can charge it up to 90% in the winter to gain a little bit more of an edge over the Model Y rear wheel drive or Model 3 rear wheel drive. It might make you feel more comfortable if you're driving longer distances, or if you don't have charging at home, then the dual motor is probably going to be a more ideal option for you winter wise. I have lots of other videos coming on top accessories and things that I recommend like that, but I just wanted to get this one out quickly because the winter season's going to be approaching soon, and we want to make sure we are all prepared and there's less accidents on the road by having winter tires on your vehicle. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, share it with a friend, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. My name's David with Teslas in Canada. Be sure to check out this video over here, or maybe this one. Which one are you gonna pick? Leave a comment and subscribe. Bye.